uh, when baby King Kong shows up,
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh.
So, you know about... Yeah, he looks really cute. Do you know about Hollow Earth?
No.
Okay, so in the last movie, which you've seen parts of, Godzilla versus Kong,
Yeah.
right, is where they actually fight, right? Because they're both fighting because they're trying to be the alpha predator.
I think I saw like the entire like movie about it. Like, I think I made it to like when King Kong found that like ape axe kind of.
Yeah.
And then Godzilla powered it up.
So the ape axe, if you watch that scene when they go, so where you saw that was Hollow Earth, okay? So there is a place, the idea is there's a place in the center of the earth where gravity is all weird, and that's the place where King Kong, or not King Kong, but the race of Kongs, the race of Titan gorillas, that's where they lived. And that scene when Kong goes to that big throne room and picks up the axe, the blade of the axe is actually one of the fins, one of the spikes for Godzilla. That's how Godzilla charged it up in Godzilla X Kong, or Godzilla versus Kong. Now,
I never knew that.
The reason, do you remember the bad guy, like the real bad guy in Godzilla versus Kong?
I think it was Mechagodzilla?
That's right, it was Mechagodzilla. So, I don't think you need to know much about that. What you do need to know is at the end of Godzilla vs. Kong, they both teamed up to destroy Mechagodzilla. They kind of looked at each other and were like, respect. And Kong went into the center, to the Hollow Earth, and Godzilla stayed on the surface. And they're kind of like, that's your turf, this is my turf, and we can coexist for now. I think that's where this picks up. I mean, Godzilla is still roaming the planet, doing his thing. Kong is still exploring, and I believe the humans have created a base on Hollow Earth to kind of keep an eye on Kong, to help him, but also to help protect humanity. So, from what I understand, that's where this is.
Like there's like this little there's this little electric like barrier, and that makes like a little cylinder into, I think, like Hollow Earth.
Yeah, so you've seen that. And now I'm talking to the audience, because we're recording this whole time, by the way, Chris. Now I'm talking to the audience. In all honesty, Chris and I originally weren't really planning on going to see this. We were going to wait until it came out, so we can watch it at home. But last night, I was scrolling through a social media account, and I found a video which was a fight between, it was two sides. It was, I'm assuming it's the big climactic fight of this movie, but it has Kong and Godzilla on one side, and then the Scar King and whatever the ice lizard is, I don't know his name, on the other side. And the fight was overlaid with the song We Need a Hero. And when I found it, I ran to Chris and showed it to him. I'm like, dude, we're going to see this tomorrow. This looks awesome. So, kind of spoilers for Chris and I. We've seen, the big Apex fight. We don't know exactly how it's going to end, but we've seen some of it. So, it is what it is. Chris and I sometimes love spoilers, because it doesn't mean that we don't enjoy the movie any less. So that is that. And what we're going to do, we might sneak away to try and film a few things while the movie's going on. Maybe I can get a couple pictures of either Chris or I with the shocked face. But if not, when we're done with the movie, we will come back in to the car and we will give you our post reaction to the movie, and we will tell you 1 out of 5 Godzillas how many we think that the movie deserves. So with that, we're gonna go enjoy a movie. We're gonna enjoy a movie?
Yeah.
All right, we'll go enjoy a movie. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Hey guys, okay, so Chris and I are both very excited about going to see this movie, and unfortunately it is the first showing of the day. We are here about 20 minutes before the movie starts, and the theater is not open yet. So we are now waiting outside. Yay. Any comments? I'll take that as a no. Okay, yep. But we're both still excited. Okay guys, here we are in the theater. Chris is... He is fighting getting his bag of nerds open. We're all set. Movie starts in a few minutes. You excited?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, everybody, so we just got out of the theater, and Chris and I have been talking about it a little bit. Great movie. I loved it. I think Chris liked it.
Yeah.
Okay, so memorable scenes from the movie. His tooth. You know? What did you have?
Can I say what you said, but in a little
You
bit?
can say whatever you want.
He was eating stuff, or he was eating all the animals, and then he was about to eat the wolf, but then it, like, this tooth hurt because it was like a toothache, and then someone literally just hooked up, like, an entire, like
a crane?
Yeah, into, King Kong's tooth, and then just ripped it out and replaced it.
Yep. So that was cool.
Yeah. There was, we figured out the name of, like, the ice guy, was it?
Shimu?
Yeah, Shimu.
I think it was Shimu.
And it was being, like, controlled by a spell that the Scar King had.
Yeah, he had that crystal.
Yeah.
That crystal, which was kind of weird because it was this little crystal that he was pointing with such gravitas. He's going, over there. It's like having a little toothpick and pointing, which was kind of cool. Let's see here. We
never got to see, like, the purple axe. Like, when Godzilla powered up King Kong's, like, ancestor's axe.
Yeah, we were hoping, Chris and I were talking before it started, we were hoping that just as Godzilla powered it up in Godzilla vs. Kong, we were hoping that he would power it up in this, and instead of it being, like, blue, it would be pink. We thought that was kind of, we were hoping for that.
Like a bright pink axe.
Yep. We also liked, let's see, the baby. I don't know his name right now, but the little ape.
I don't think it had a name.
They named him, but you never really saw it said. Obviously, he was just trying to get away at the beginning, so we kept on setting Kong up to get taken out. But
the girl from last movie has grown up a lot.
Yes, she grew up a lot.
And she actually found some ancestors, kind of.
Yep, she found some ancestors. That was cool. Found out that the I think it was the Iwi tribe, or the Iwi. The Iwi tribe had existed both on Skull Island and in Hollow Earth. That was pretty cool. I really liked the fact, and I'm pretty sure that's Japanese canon, where the Mothra is like the protector of that species. Or not species, but that village, that race, the Iwi.
There was one, I think, like, Iwi, the girl, that was, she was the only survivor from Skull Island.
Yep.
And she was the only one that could revive Mothra.
Yep. So, that was cool. The final fight was just awesome.
Yeah.
It was just great. It's very sad to see Rio de Janeiro is no longer on the face of the planet, because they took out every single building there was. The fight in Zero G was also really cool. The fight in Hollow Earth, because Godzilla actually adapted really fast to that fight, because he was just jumping from, like, clump of rock to clump of rock. That was cool.
And when King Kong and Godzilla fight on top or on the Earth's surface, they literally crushed like 3 pyramids.
Yep, they took out all the pyramids.
And then Mafia came and literally just obliterated, took down Godzilla.
Well, I like the fact that Mothra came in the middle of the fight and was like, guys, chill. And you could even tell at the beginning when Godzilla was charging at Kong pointed at the portal saying, dude, I need you down here. And Godzilla's like, I don't care. You're in my area. And, it shows...
King Kong was like, chill, dude, chill.
It shows how Godzilla is much more just primal, but Kong can actually think a little bit more. That was cool.
Godzilla literally stole the power from, one of, the kind of strongest?
Godzilla went to a place in the Arctic, to a Titan's home that I can't remember what the name of it was, but literally killed that Titan just so Godzilla could kick it in that Titan's home and absorb the energy. I'm like, that is ruthless. That was pretty messed up.
The baby, when King Kong, or when the baby couldn't trust King Kong, he literally poured him into a literal pond that they were drinking from, and then there was a giant sea beast just
just set him up to try and I need to get away from this guy, so I'm gonna just let him sit and die.
The baby was like, I'm running away. Then all you saw was a head of the sea leviathan something just pop up straight in front of him.
That was cool. I really liked there's a lot of little hooks that happened where when everybody went for the portal to go into Rio de Janeiro, and Kong used his axe to try and hang on, and then he let it go, and the fact that it was the baby that grabbed the axe and brought it in,
and then
that was cool.
The shard.
Yeah,
that was controlling Shima.
And that was, yes, actually it was. So he's technically the hero of the whole movie because he's the one that broke it and knocked the spell off of Shimu, and then Shimu just teamed up. That was awesome.
I think I figured it out. What? The crystal was like a mind control crystal.
Yep. Well, they said in the story that they were telling about the inscriptions in the Iwi temple, they said that the Scar King had figured out how to control an ancient titan with pain. So I think it was a mixture of mind control, but also every now and then when Shimu started waking up, Scar King would use the crystal, and you could tell a couple times where Shimu was bowing his head, but it was like he was in pain. So it was really, it was inflicting pain on him, and that's why he did it. So anyway,
it was a very good movie.
It was a lot of fun. Chris and I cheered a lot. There were a lot of people. The movie's been out for a week, and there were people in the theater at an early showing that we went to that were actually clapping and cheering at the end of the movie. So that's good. I'm really happy with it. So if you were to give this 1 out of 5 Godzillas, what would you give it?
It was pretty good, but out of all the movies, out of all the movies that I watched, it was probably the best, so I will give it 5.
Yeah, I think I'd give it 5 too. It
was a very, very good movie.
And don't get me wrong, it's an action movie. One of my friends said it's a popcorn action movie. I refer to those as almost the kind of shut off your brain and just get immersed into the movie. Don't put too much thought into the fact that it is a science fiction movie, and stuff doesn't always have to make sense. So I would agree with Chris. I'd give it 5 Godzillas. So it was really cool.
The fight scene, there were 2 pyramids, and when they clashed together, it made a huge vortex that stopped gravity, and it was a mid-air battle against all the the Scar King, Godzilla, King Kong, and Shimu.
Now, the one thing that I did notice, Shimu? I think it's Shimu.
Shima.
The one thing I did notice was Kong got old. He's got a lot more scars on him now, but also just here, he's really gray. They've really pointed out the fact that he has aged a lot.
I forgot something.
What?
Larry has traps everywhere.
That was cool. Is at the beginning of the movie, he's being chased by like these wolf kind of things, but not. And the way that it's filmed, it leads you to believe that he's come up to a cliff, but the whole thing is a booby trap in order for him to kill things so he can eat. And when he was being chased by the gorillas, he used those same booby traps.
Yeah, but the gorillas saw the tripwire that killed all the wolves, but the baby came and Larry just activated the entire thing, and all the rocks just fell on the apes.
And that was actually the first time that you saw the baby do the gorilla thing, because as he's standing there looking out going, yeah, look what I did, he taps his chest a couple times and Kong kind of goes, yeah, so that was cool. What else you got?
But it was a very good movie.
It was fun, really fun, so I definitely suggest it to people to go see.
I got another one.
What?
That there was like a dragonfly that looked similar to Mafia.
Yes,
Mafia.
there was a dragonfly that looked a lot like, almost like a big moth that was lighting up, and that's what caused the girl to actually push a button that opened the water.
The water came
opened
down,
the water. So
and then they found the webbing from Mothra.
Yep. They found the webbing of Mothra, and that's what was protecting the tribe. Yeah. So it really does give Mothra a whole new aspect. Even though she is queen of the monsters, she's also the only thing that can really talk to Godzilla and chill him out. And I mean, that's true from the Japanese, going all the way back to the Japanese stuff. Every rhetorician of Mothra and Godzilla, she is the one thing that can calm him down. So, yeah, I liked it. Like I said, I would highly suggest it to anyone, even if, this is a spoiler review, so if you've, hopefully you've already seen it if you've gotten this far into us. So, with that, I think we'll go ahead and call it a day.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll talk to you guys later. Be safe. Bye.